What's going on, everybody? So I just got back from watching The Batman, and I want to give an absolutely honest review of the movie from somebody who, is not getting paid. But I want to give a real review of this movie. Now, I hyped this movie up just like anybody else watching the previews of it. And don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic movie. It's a really, really good movie. The cinematography in this movie is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. The storyline is fantastic. The movie's 3 hours long. And here's what I got to say about it. If you're not a fan of the movie Blade Runner, you're probably not going to be a fan of this Batman. I'll just put it right out there. This Batman feels to me, and I'm a huge Blade Runner fan. I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But there are people that hate Blade Runner. They say it's extremely boring. And this movie has the same kind of pacing as Blade Runner. The settings feel very similar. It's always dark. It's always raining. It has that same feel as the Blade Runner. And for probably the first hour and a half of this movie, if you're one of those people that just can't get into a movie like this unless it's just packed with action all throughout it, you're probably not going to be a big fan of the first half of this movie, because it runs pretty slow. It's a slow burn. There's a lot of just detective work in it. Think Seven, the movie Seven. The movie Seven, Blade Runner, with Batman skin slapped on it, and you've got this Batman movie. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic movie. But like I said, it might not be what a lot of people are expecting when it comes to a Batman movie. All the characters were fantastic. I thought Robert Pattinson did a great job as the Batman. His portrayal of Bruce Wayne was okay. In this movie, he really didn't have a chance to portray Bruce Wayne as he is as his alter ego. Like IGN said, he's not the rich playboy that you would normally see, which is actually his cover-up. He wants to be as different from Batman as possible, but his real self is Batman. In this movie, it's always Batman. When he's Bruce Wayne, he's still the Batman. So there's not a big difference between the two. There's not a line drawn in there, but there's really no place for it in this movie, for him to act like that. This movie is pretty much set the way it is. It's serious throughout the whole movie. A couple of places where there's a little bit of a joke thrown in there to kind of get you to laugh, but not much. There's not much humor in this movie. Zoe Kravitz, her portrayal of Selena Kyle, the Catwoman, fantastic. Probably the best serious Catwoman role in a Batman movie to date. Hands down, probably the best. She did a phenomenal job in that role. Paul Dano as the Riddler, great. Absolutely wonderful. Played this creepy loner guy. Nothing like we'd seen before of the Riddler in anything before. His portrayal of the Riddler was fantastic. Fantastic. Colin Farrell as the Penguin, great job. Another wonderful job. You'd never know that was Colin Farrell in there if his name wasn't on the credits. You'd just never know. Also, a shout out to John Turturro for playing Falcone in this. Carmine Falcone, he did a wonderful job, as he does in all the movies he's in. You'll know him from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and The Big Lebowski. great actor, did a great job in this movie. So, I mean, all the characters, all the casting in this movie was fantastic. And like I said, the story was great, but it's a very, very dark Batman. Now, once you get to that last half of the movie, a lot more action. The story really picks up. It's crime noir. It truly is, and it's a very, it's the Riddler. So it's figuring it out as they go along. Very much like Seven, like the movie Seven, where there's a new crime scene, there's a new crime scene, there's a new crime scene, and they have to explore it. They got to investigate it and figure out where to go from there. So very much like that. And that's the kind of movie this is. This is the nitty gritty, dark detective work of Batman. If that's the kind of comics that you're into, if you love that Batman, you'll love this movie. If you're into just action-packed Batman just beating everybody up, Batman saving the day constantly, Batman knowing exactly what to do all the time, that is not this movie. It's not this movie. There's places in this movie where he needs help. There's parts in this movie where he seems very uncertain on what to do. And there's parts of this movie where you can tell he is fairly new at this, where he hasn't tried out a new gadget. And he's kind of like, everybody's seen the preview of the bat, where he's soaring through the city with the bat wing suit. When he runs up to the edge of the building before he jumps off, he's not sure. It's like it's the first time he's ever used it. This is what I'm talking about. Not really a spoiler in the movie, not giving anything away. That's what I'm talking about when I say that. All in all, a great Batman movie. Would I give this movie a 10 and say this movie is a masterpiece? No. I would give this movie an 8. And that's a great score. I would give it an 8 because I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think everybody's going to love this movie. Like I said, if you don't enjoy movies like The Blade Runner, you're probably not going to enjoy this Batman movie. If you're into that kind of movie, you're going to love this movie. So I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. And I would give Robert Pattinson's Batman, man, that's a tough one. My favorite Batman of all time will always be Michael Keaton. Always be Michael Keaton will be my favorite Batman in the movie. Did he have the greatest suit? No. But it's my favorite Batman. It just is. Not a big fan of the Dark Knight series Batman. Christian Bale. I'm not a huge fan of his Batman. I like his Bruce Wayne better. But I love the suit. I love the movies. The movies are great. But his portrayal of Batman, that growly lisp that he does, hard to understand him. I'm not a huge fan of that. So I would put Pattinson's Batman over Christian Bale. So I would say Michael Keaton, boy. And then you got Ben Affleck. I thought Ben Affleck's Batman was fantastic. I would have loved to seen it in a standalone movie. I love that older Batman, the grizzled Batman, the one who takes more anger out on the bad guys because he's just kind of had it. That's the suit, the gray. I loved that about the Ben Affleck Batman. The cowl was fantastic with the short ears. I thought it was great. I would put Ben Affleck's Batman, though, in my book, probably number 4. I would say Michael Keaton, always my favorite. This is just my list. Michael Keaton. I don't know. It's a toss-up between Christian Bale and Pattinson for number 2. If I had to say, I like the grunginess of Pattinson better. I like his Batman voice is fantastic. I'd have to put him in number 2. Christian Bale in number 3. Yeah, then Ben Affleck in number 4. Now, that's not counting Adam West. Adam West is a classic. Everybody loves Adam West and his Batman. But I'm talking about the big movie Batman characters, not Adam West. Adam West is always going to go down as America's TV Batman. But yeah, that's how I would rank them. That's how I would rank him in my book. But yeah, go see the movie, The Batman. It's a great movie. If you like that kind of movie, dark, kind of a slow burn at first. Like I said, it's a little artsy. It picks up in the last half. It really picks up. But if you enjoy the movie Seven, if you like Blade Runner, if you like these kind of movies, you'll really enjoy this movie. That's my review of The Batman without giving spoilers. And yeah, go check it out. Go check it out for yourself. Get to the theater and see it. It's definitely worth a watch. Make sure you don't go tired, because you might fall asleep in the first half of it. It is a slow burn, like I said. With that being said, I know my opinion is my opinion and not everybody else's. Some people are going to say this is the greatest thing in the world, and that's what I was truly hoping for. I was hoping for this to be the greatest Batman ever, but it's got some problems. There are some problems that makes it not the greatest Batman movie ever for me. But it is a hard 8. It is up in the top. It's a fantastic movie still. Anyways, like I said, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. I'm Chewy Solo, and this is Black and Red. See ya!
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.